Good afternoon, Uganda. Good afternoon, our dear viewer, from wherever you're watching us from. We're coming to you live both online and on air. And we're here at the heart of Kampala. That is at Nile Avenue Broadcast House. That is where we are located. My name is Sandra Kahunde. I'm proud to serve you for the day, bringing you updates that are topping up as our top stories for this very Saturday, the 22nd of October, 2022. Now, to start off, we look at activities regarding state. We're seeing His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni commissioning the Day Biopharma, a multi-billion vaccine manufacturing plant at Chigogwa in Wakiso district. The facility and the Day Group is expected not to only manufacture drugs and vaccines, but also make them readily available in the country. Well, do apologize for that miscommunication, but definitely we'll have those updates coming your way in this very newscast. Now, in other activities, I was seeing student leaders from universities across the country. They have converged at Kampala University in Gaba to share experiences on their role in promoting economic growth, ICT, and good governance. This National Students Leadership Symposium also endorsed a presidential advisor on special operations, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, as their leader.
General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, taking up the mantle as the next president of the Republic of Uganda in 2026, starts with the youth and starts with the youth leaders. We are sending His Excellency the President to Arusha. To be the founding father of the East African Federation by 2026. While at that time, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba will be the president of this country. His Excellency the President, Yoweri Museveni, has achieved a lot, and he is no longer limited by only Uganda. At least a minimum should be a federation of the East African countries.
I want to categorically say it clear that we are well organized, really very prepared. We are ready for MK to be the president come 2026, which we are advocating, which we are agitating, which we are mobilizing, which we are promoting, and MK will be the president. I want to look into the camera and say 2026 MK will be the president of Uganda. And we are taking Papa Mzee Museveni back home in Rakitura, and we look forward of him coming to lead us into the East African Federation. You are the father of East African community, and we want you to break a record to be the first leader of East African Federation. If you love NRM, if you love this country, it is the right time. We, the youth, should come and take the lead, and Muhoozi be the president.
So as students, we acknowledge that you're very important. You are the future leaders in this country, and you'd want a country that is well developed and which can be good for all of us. And you can only do this by supporting this very important project in our country. Once you support it, you know you are supporting transformation, socio-economic transformation of our country. And I think this is a vision that all of you actually share. As other speakers have also talked about, as students and student leaders, we need to be patriotic. We need to support our country. We need to work hard. We need to focus on the positive things that can really bring development in our country.
So the issue is a think tank, first of all, collects many professionals who must do research and advise the political parties. Doesn't matter whichever political party. With that research backed with evidence and the suggested solutions, we believe political parties would begin to work well for the development of the country. So when the young people are focused on looking for reason and solutions, as a country we will move forward. What we've been having, some of the think tanks here are actually not doing their work. They are actually pressure groups, and they fail to do the right work. A think tank should be objective, and so universities should help us create think tanks that advise political parties. It doesn't matter whichever political party.
Now moving on to our earlier on update regarding the head of state, President Yoweri Museveni, commissioning the Day Biopharma, a multi-billion vaccine manufacturing plant at Achigogwa, that is in Wakiso district. The facility under the Day Group is expected not only to manufacture drugs and vaccines, but also make them readily available in our country, Uganda.
The Shillings 1.8 trillion facilities in Chigogwa sits on 150 acres of land, and it will manufacture quality biological drugs, the mRNA vaccine, that will be sold at relatively low price to their clients. They, Biopharma, will produce all the biological medicines listed as essential drugs. Commissioning the plant at Chigogwa in Wakiso district, President Museveni saluted the proprietors for this massive investment in the field of science. He also revealed that the government is committed towards funding research innovations.
So really, I want to salute Magora, salute his family, his wife, and those who have been sticking with him, because this is part of the resistance movement. You resist all these bad people. You don't give up. When we were here, it was the same story. We were resisting. Now Magora has had to fight. And others. Everybody who does something good in Africa is fought by the new colonial Africans. Buli Africa ageza kukola ekyomugaso, Abafrika bali abakolera abanyunyusi bamulwanyisa. They can't see value. Ekyomugaso tebakiraba, balaba ebifu bye balaba bibatwala ng'ebikulu.
On the issue of limited raw materials to be used by the pharmaceutical plant, President Museveni assured the factory that they should not worry because Ugandans are very hardworking and will be able to produce the raw materials. Importing. But you find people who say they are leaders, they don't care about that. That's why Africa has got so many problems. I'm very happy when I see some people coming up, like Magora. This young man, you heard what triggered his interest. Two things actually that triggered his interest. A team from the World Health Organization previously visited the facility and expressed satisfaction at which it was shaping up. The commissioning was witnessed by the first Deputy Prime Minister, Rebecca Kadaga, and the former Prime Minister, Amama Mbabazi, who were elected with the new development.
So from this small village of Matuga, the whole world is going to be supplied. So it's a very, very big thing for us. By way of import substitution, but also capacity building and employment.
Lack access to essential medicines, vaccines, and medical devices. And as all of us are aware, where there is demand, there will be supply. And this vacuum is too often filled by substandard and falsified medicines, peddled by organizations searching for profit, no matter what the human cost.
On his part, Matthias Magora, the managing director, They Biopharma Limited, said that the $500 million project, which will be implemented in phases, is being funded by the Equity Bank, Uganda Development Bank, and other institutions.
In more updates, Vice President Jessica Alupo yesterday presided over the groundbreaking ceremony for the refurbishment and equipping of a Busolwe General Hospital in Butaleja district, that is in eastern Uganda. The 55-year-old hospital is to be renovated at a cost of 28 billion Uganda shillings. Now, the 18-month project is funded by Government of Uganda and the Kingdom of Spain.
Mama Vice President, thank you so much.
The health sector aims at ensuring Uganda has a productive population that effectively contributes to socio-economic growth, which will be achieved by the provision of accessible and quality health care to all the people of Uganda. The health of the Ugandan population is central to the socio-economic transformation of our country. The poor health status of our people will undermine the economic benefits of attaining universal health coverage by 2030 and the National Vision 2040 if health service delivery is not improved. In that vein, the government of the Republic of Uganda, with the support of the Kingdom of Spain under the debt swap program, has committed US $20 million, equivalent to 75 billion Uganda shillings, towards construction, refurbishment, and equipment of Kaolo and Busolwe General Hospitals. The objective of the project is to contribute towards universal health coverage with essential health and related services through improvement of the accident and emergency and reproductive health services at the said general hospitals. The project scope includes renovation of hospital wards, extensions, new constructions to expand and improve accident and emergency wards, as well as the improvement of the water supply and sewerage and an upgrade to the power supply. At the same time, it includes supply of the hospital, which will be fitted with the latest medical equipment and an ambulance to support the transport and referral of patients. Kaolo Hospital, that is part of this project, has already been refurbished, equipped, and handed over in April 2019 at a cost of United States $10.67 million, equivalent to 40.5 billion Uganda shillings. And this has greatly improved services, especially the accident and emergency services, given that the hospital is in that accident corridor between Lugazi and Jinja. Despite the delays to commence the construction works in Busolwe Hospital, which is attributed to COVID-19 and other unforeseeable events, I am particularly pleased that Busolwe Hospital, which is in a bad state of disrepair, is finally getting a state-of-the-art facelift and is going to be well equipped. The total cost of refurbishment and equipment is estimated at 28 billion Uganda shillings, and all the procurement processes have been completed. All the medical buildings will be refurbished, coupled with the construction of the trauma center for accident and emergency that also includes an imaging center that will be equipped with a modern equipment and the state-of-the-art X-ray machine. In addition, Government of Uganda, through the Engineer Ring Brigade of the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs. He is currently refurbishing all staff houses in this hospital at a cost of 5.2 billion Uganda shillings in order to improve the living conditions of our health workers.
Government has given Papa Paul Sande Emolot a go-ahead to be installed as the new Emorimo Papa Iteso, following the rivalry of two parties claiming to succeed His Highness Emorimo Papa Iteso, the late Augustine Osubane Lamokol, who passed away early this year. According to the statement released by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, the coronation ceremony is to proceed as planned on the 22nd of this very month in Soroti.
The meeting that the Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development, the Honorable Amongi Beto Ngom, convened on 19th October 2022 was therefore meant to obtain a said court order to enable her offer further guidance. However, Papa Oloch William Okol and 6 others who had notified the Honorable Minister that Soroti High Court on 18th August 2022 issued a temporary injunction stopping the coronation failed to avail the said court order. They instead requested for 1 week to avail the Honorable Minister for Gender, Labour and Social Development with the said court order. In the circumstances, therefore, government is unable to stop the coronation because as government officials, government does not act in anticipation. In making the above decision, the Minister for Gender, Labour and Social Development, the Honorable Betty Ongom, has consulted the Attorney General and the legal advice has been provided that there is no legal impediment to the coronation of Mr. Paul Sande Emolot by Iteso Cultural Union.
Now, moving on, the new lower secondary curriculum is a beacon of hope for upscaling vocational training in the country. The Director, Basic and Secondary Schools at the Ministry of Education and Sports, that is Ismail Molindo, says students will be equipped with hands-on skills for self-sustenance.
The Director, Basic and Secondary Schools at the Ministry of Education and Sports, Ismail Mulindwa, says lower secondary curriculum graduates will be employable and competitive on the labour market. He, however, cautioned schools to follow the timetable selected set for the vocational subjects.
I visited some few of you in fine art, even in PE and some other disciplines. And I witnessed you have an opportunity which many of us missed. This lower secondary curriculum has got 2 components. It has got an academic component and a skills component. At the end of the day, you are going to be assessed on both.
The Directorate of Industrial Training is inspecting the new curriculum that is meant to equip learners with employable skills so that they can start up income-generating activities when out of school.
Many of our teachers are concentrating, looking at the assessment of UNEB. They don't have enough information about the assessment which is supposed to be done by DIT, and that's the reason why we are moving all over the country and to all the schools to make sure that the teachers are sensitized and they know what to do.
The headmaster, Masaka Secondary School, Haji Mpungu Musoke Musa, says the curriculum is a blessing that will produce comprehensive citizens. He hailed parents for their material contribution towards the vocational subjects in the school.
I want to believe to the best of my satisfaction, with all my heart in my chest, that the curriculum is just a blessing to the education sector of this country and the economy of the Pearl of Africa, because it involves, 1, skilling. Skilling is very important. that someone who finishes secondary level has a skill developed in him or her and related, tapped from what his or her inner talent, the innate talent is. Because at senior 1, we have what we call the selective subjects. Someone selects what he or she feels, apart from the core, where he feels the interest is, the abilities, and the focus on what he wants to be after secondary education.
8 vocational subjects will start to be assessed by the Directorate of Industrial Training are agriculture, art and design, entrepreneurship, performing arts, nutrition and food technology, ICT, physical education, technology and design.
This curriculum is very good, and you see the students are working, so it does not promote laziness at all. And we gain skills from this curriculum because while we were in our primary, we used to get our books, read, just write on the paper and get your marks, your D1s, but here you get practical skills.
In this new curriculum, we get ample time after classes to come, and they teach us how to carry out the planting of maize, beans and the potatoes plus the bananas. Using the knowledge from me I have acquired from agriculture, even if I don't get the job that I'm studying or trying to study for, I can carry out agriculture and get income.
We're returning shortly after these messages with more news. Keep it UBC, and I'll see you shortly.
So, I'm here to announce that the MTN Kampala Marathon is back. And this year, we are running for babies. To be clear, I am not talking about a baby. No. And neither am I talking about to be baby. I am talking about these small dollars.
Run for babies in the MTN Kampala Marathon on Sunday, 20th November 2022. Dial *165*77# or use the Momo app to register.
The Ministry of Health informs the public that there are confirmed cases of Ebola in Uganda. We, however, urge the public not to panic as the situation is being managed. The Ministry of Health further reminds the public to be on the lookout for any persons who may show signs and symptoms of Ebola. These include high body temperature, abdominal pains, diarrhea, vomiting, bleeding from the body openings such as the nose, eyes, and mouth. Please inform the nearest health worker immediately if you see anyone with these signs and symptoms. To prevent Ebola from spreading further, please take the following preventive measures: regular washing of hands with water and soap, avoid handshaking and hugging, avoiding any contact with any suspected Ebola patients. Any person who dies suddenly should not be buried but reported to the nearest health worker or LC1 immediately. For further information, please call the Ministry of Health toll-free number on 0800-100-066 or send a free SMS to your report on 8500. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF and World Health Organization.
Get connected today with the My Airtel 4G smartphone, the most affordable smartphone in Uganda. You get to enjoy free 1 GB for 1 whole year. My Airtel 4G smartphone, your best value for money. Visit the nearest Airtel outlet today and get one at only 250,000 Uganda shillings. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome to the Living Room Stadium. It's the FIFA World Cup. The match is about to start. Food and drink ready. There's no space left for anyone. Come on, get your lucky chair. Take your usual spot. Even the puppy has one. It's preparation time. You can feel the tension in the air. And do you have everything you need to believe?
Welcome back. Good to know you're still part of us and making time to get updates that are coming your way this Saturday afternoon. My name is Sandra. Now, in more news and more activities for the day, that is seeing West Nile people, they're ready for the MK party in Arua. The activity has begun with sports and will later culminate into a party, and more you can expect there. That is the talent search also going through. Area members of parliament from Arua have welcomed Muhoozi Kainerugaba birthday. Now, Onyango is on standby and he's going to be feeding us on what we can expect from activities that are ongoing right in Arua district. Onyango, over to you.
Well, good afternoon, our viewers of UBC TV, and thank you, Sandra Kahunde, and those watching us via UBC TV. We are coming to you live from Arua City, where there's a lot of activities happening in Arua City, not only in Arua City, but in the western region of this part of the country. There is a talent search and development within the districts from West Nile region, and this particular activity is being spearheaded by the team chairman. And with me here is Michael Kaguta, alias team chairman, to give us the details of what is exactly informing this whole arrangement. We are seeing so far there's a football match taking place, and it is after 90 minutes still 1-1 between Arua City and Kumi City, and probably we are just left with a few minutes to witness the penalty or sport kicks to get the winner of this tournament. It's a tournament which has been running in the past weeks, but today we are witnessing its climax, and at the end of the day we shall be waiting for the former Commander Land Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who will be the chief guest at the end of the day to award the winners of the major sports events which have been happening in the past days here in Arua City. Let's have a brief from Mr. Michael Kaguta, alias team chairman, on what informs this whole arrangement. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Good afternoon.
How was the journey from Kampala last night?
It was good. It was good. The people of Arua welcomed us very well. We are happy. We're happy about the tournament that has been going on for the last 2 weeks, and today it's the finals between Yumbe and Arua City. This tournament started by people that love MK, and they called it MK Tournament, General MK Tournament. Then as a team chairman, we came in support. We've been supporting them for the last 2 weeks. It has been a tournament between 13 teams, but for both ladies and men. So today, it's the final game, and General MK was invited. He's going to be the guest of honor. He's handing over the trophy to the winner today. So we are here and we're enjoying Arua, people of West Nile, all districts are around.
Yeah, so far you have witnessed the few matches or one game which has happened here. Yeah. Have you seen any talent so far?
Very much. You can see it's on international level. People are playing well. We are so happy, and I think our aim is going on well. We will not have a hassle because you can see there is talent. We just need to get in touch with these young boys to develop it and to take it to another level. So we are impressed and we are ready to support.
Wow, that is Team Chairman, and I see he's having some people. I don't know whether they are bodyguards, but yes. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Wow, you are live on UBC.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
So far, are you enjoying Arua? And in terms of this line of talent search, have you seen some talent so far?
There's a lot of talent, and I'm so happy that our chairman, as the head of finance, we were instructed to fund this thing so that it comes out very well and support the youth. And the fact that these youth, they are so talented, it's really amazing and wonderful.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. You can enjoy the rest of the game, Mr. Chairman.
We have a head of sports.
Head of sports?
Max, you can
Let us talk here to Mr. Max within just 1 minute. Head of sports, what is on board? Are we going to see this similar arrangement being carried to different areas of the country?
Definitely, thank you. My name is Akiki Max Mtoro, the head of sports team chairman. Under team chairman, we really talent search for sports, and one of the things is we are identifying talent. This is something that we're looking at doing continuously throughout the year from different regions, and trust me, there's a lot of talent here. Netball, I mean, Alice is out there, she's in the UK because of netball from this very region. You have the likes of Inzikuru. This is a really talented region, and this is why team chairman identified this region as one of the first for MK to come and actually start his first duty from actually this one to identify talent. So we see a lot of talent, and definitely we'll be identifying some. So brilliant and excellent activity going on.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We shall be getting in the details of what will be happening here. You can take up your seats, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we are just waiting for a few minutes to have, as you can see, these are some of the competitors of the day. That is Arua City and Yumbe District. It was a 1-1 draw after 90 minutes, and the referee is just waiting. We are going to see that is going to be the first spot kick. I don't know if my camera person can give us that first kick of the penalty. At the end of the day, want to know who is going to carry victory between Yumbe and the Arua district. From here we shall be heading to Golf Coast grounds, where we shall be witnessing the climax of the events. There will be some entertainment, and we expect General Hosika Nerugaba to be part of that event. That's the penalty. Let's see it.
Yumbe on the ball. Who gets it better?
And in for Yumbe district.
The ball goes out.
It's out rather. It is out for Yumbe district. Then there comes Arua district or Arua city. And we want to see whether Arua also gives in or makes its first penalty.
But again, this other early bird.
I hope, I don't know if you have some more time to witness one or two. You can guide me, Madam Sandra, back there at the broadcast house.
Thank you so much for the wonderful update, and well done right there where you are. And we can expect quite a lot for the viewer out there later on in the subsequent news hours of the day. We shall definitely get to know what really transpires as the youths have been given an opportunity as the talent search goes through as far as today's activities are concerned. That is in Arua City. My name is Sandra Kahunde from the entire team behind the scene. Wish you a beautiful Saturday. Keep watching UBC. We have better programs coming your way, and more news will be coming your way later on in the day. It's been a pleasure spending time with you. Thank you so much. God bless you.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.